Hello everyone, welcome back to Lynn's Homestead. Well, one fateful trip I took in farm truck ended up in disaster. It happened to have every time I touched the steering wheel or put the turn signals on, the horn would blow. Honest to God, I don't understand this truck. Every stinking time I get it to work, something else breaks. I understand this truck is over 50 some years old, but when you put new parts in something, you kind of hope that that's it. It's fixed. At least I would think so. Okay. I took my steering wheel apart. And mind you, I can move my steering wheel now. Nothing. Here, let me show you. If I was pushing on the steering wheel like this, the horn would blow. Pull on it, the horn would blow. Turn signals, the horn would blow. Well, so far, so good. None of that is happening. What I did in here is between the steering wheel and the turn signal, there is like a plastic thing with metal on it, which should help be for your horn. I don't know why I don't do down here. I don't know, and at this point in time, I don't care. So, start this thing up. The choke has been sticking. It's an electric choke. I don't know why. Like I say, you fix something, it breaks again. Just when I think I was going to go somewhere in this thing. And again, it sticks. I think I just figured it out. The linkage fell off. Dang, I can never have this thing fixed. Hold on. I don't know why the thing sticks. Now I know the heat works in this thing. I got really good oil pressure. I think I need to get a new sending unit, but I don't want to mess with that until the spring. So we got 134, 207.2. I want to go, actually a scratch off ticket. I won $5. I kind of want to take it back, get 5 more tickets, and also get ready for the Powerball. You never know. Some numbers that I actually had one number, I think I want to replay it. So we'll come back after I get this thing on the road. Alright. I know it's still cold, and sometimes you just can't. This truck never, and I mean never, liked the cold. And it's about 40 degrees out. Well, look like there's a lot of people, a lot of farmers doing land clearing lately. You almost think they're cleaning this place up to sell. You never know. If you're from another country, yeah, our country could be nice, and other times, not so nice. Tornadoes. They sweep through and just level everything. Those of you who've done followed my channel, and you've seen some of the videos I've had, of obliteration, where some countries that want to take over ours, well, you know, I look at it this way. Don't even bother. This might be a great place for you to visit, but you truly wouldn't want to live here. So, we're roughly a mile and a half into my trip. And here we got a head-on collision. Yeah, buddy. Some people just don't care. But then again, I've seen craziness in other countries in traffic. They just run out in front of you. But so far, truck seems to be running all right. I ain't knocking on anything. I'm afraid it might fall off. You see, I got some serious cancer on the inside of the cab here. I'm not too sure. I mean, a part of me wants to keep this truck, and another part of me wants to get something newer. Something that might be a little easier getting parts for. But you know, when you own something a long time, you do all kinds of work a long time, it truly makes it hard to get rid of something. I mean, yeah, I know every inch of this truck so far. Getting something new, you might not know anything. Let's see, get down to 40. I tell you, I wouldn't mind having a 5-speed. Instead of this 3-speed, I think it'd give me more, you know, better fuel mileage. This Chinese crappy carburetor, honestly, I think I'd have been, what is this guy? He's all over the road. Weaving back and forwards. Oh my God, he must be drunk. All over the road. That must got plastered last night during Thanksgiving. Yeah, maybe he'll survive. Maybe the other person will survive the accident. But the way people drive them going head on, trust me, I want to hit this truck head on. Probably kill the both of us. Be like driving into a block wall. We gotta stop. Find it easier to downshift this thing. Alright. Got that little sputter. I can't seem to get it out. Has a little sputter. For the life of me, I have no idea what it is. Anyways, I'm going to get into the gas station here. I'll be right back. Well, so far the horn hasn't done its thing, but it does got a squeak to it. God, I wish I had power steering. Alright, leaving Dollar General. Choke is back to sticking again. It's just, this truck is getting to be annoying. Leave in the comments what you would do. Had this thing since 2008. It's just been annoying the piss out of me. In general, I don't run too bad. At least the problem I had with the shifter seems to be, oh crap, another red light. Means I gotta stop again. One thing I know is the steering is loose as can be. On the washer and on the components that I put in this thing. Figure it wouldn't squeak that much, but I know the sound. There's that little plastic thing that in newer vehicles would be considered a clock spring. This is just a hunk of plastic with copper on it for the contact for the horn. Try to keep it the speed limit. Steering makes this thing all over the road. I'm sorry if this is such a long video for you, but this is everything happening in real time. Not something that I started one day and finished another. My place is exactly 4 miles away from Puryear. There's that little sputter. Now mind you, once this thing gets going, this thing will jump. This thing will jump up to a high speed pretty quick. So at least I know I got that adjusted fairly decent in the secondaries on the carburetor. I'm doing 55 now. Got that little sputter, just honest to God, it just drives me crazy. This is round 2 after a repair on farm truck. Doing a little over 55. You see I kind of got wiggling around here. That's because my steering is so loose. Needs another steering box. I think what's in it is a 12 to 1, or no, it's probably a 16 to 1 ratio. If I do keep this truck a little longer, I'm thinking about putting a 24 to 1. So it'll make it a little easier to steer it. Because right now, I'm wiggling the steering wheel quite a bit just to try to keep this thing straight. There's a newer truck broke down on the side of the road. That's the only thing that scares me about getting something newer. Then you got a stupid computer you got to worry about. One thing about the newer vehicles, now I had a 1998 Ford Windstar. I love that thing till it broke. Jesus, the stupid computer started failing. And then they say, well, you can't get another one. What do you mean you can't get another one? What am I supposed to do with this thing? Scrap it. Scrap it? Crap. Who wants to scrap something I just put $3,000 into? When I went to look at the Envoy, I started just piecing everything on it just to keep it running. When they went to start up, it wouldn't start. They pushed it into the garage, hooked up to a computer, and it showed that my PCM failed. Well, that's a bad day. Yeah, making it down towards my house. My restraints off. They say they did a lot of clearing there, and they did a lot of clearing over there. I like it myself. Well, we made it back. I don't know what to think. Honest God, I don't know what to think about this thing. It's like the turn signals. No, don't cancel. God, I just can't have nothing. Works on the one side, but it won't work on the right. Dang it. I give up. Some things just aren't meant to stay fixed. I just hate taking the steering wheel off. It's a pain in the butt. I got a steering wheel puller. I don't have the bolts for it. So I've been using a gear puller. Not really the right way to do it. It's kind of hard on the steering wheel. But, yeah, some things aren't meant to stay fixed. Now I understand why people put LSs and just start rearranging everything, because they don't want to bother with it. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.